spelled Silva, and my first name is a little complicated, Anjalika.
Oh, I'm glad I asked, because I might have put a G in there, so I'm glad I asked.
I studied in Catholic school and the nuns insisted on calling me Angel.
Oh, perfect, okay. So now, when did you move from Sri Lanka?
I came here in 1985.
From Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, February of 1985. I've been in Montgomery County most of the time. I spent a short stint in South Carolina where we had a little home for warmer weather.
Yeah.
And most of my time has been spent in this area. I worked for 15 years for the American Chemical Society, driving employment programs in the chemical industry and liaising with the needs of the country in the chemical profession with the academic institutions that were turning out people.
Sure.
And then I went into education, promoted science education for economically disadvantaged, did the chemistry Olympiad that went first in the world the time I was handling it, and contributed immensely to this country, which I'm very proud to say I can call two world democracies home, because when I'm here, home is Sri Lanka. When I'm there, home is the USA. And I have never stinted on giving my best to both countries.
And so let's start then with the misconceptions about what happened and the motivations and all that stuff.
First and foremost, I'd like to give a background of what Sri Lanka is. We are a multi-ethnic, multi-religious country, and 70% of the country is Sinhalese. That's my ethnic background. Now, although it is a majority in Sri Lanka, it is a world minority. We have about 20 to 21 million people in the country, and the whole country is only 25,332 square miles. And out of that 20 million, 70% or so is Sinhala people, that's about 17 million, and they are a world minority. We don't have any commonalities with any other country in the world that speaks our language. And the predominant religion is Buddhism, and though we tend to use the term religion, it is a philosophy, it's a way of life, and it teaches just like the 10 Commandments in Christianity, because I was exposed to a lot of multi-religious beliefs because I was born and raised a Buddhist, educated in Catholic school. I taught in a Muslim school, educating young women in science, and I am a soprano and I sing in the Catholic and Christian churches. So, diversity, I believe in it and I live it. So we are a world minority and Buddhism is the predominant religion. And one of the misconceptions is, in the current times, the minute that these churches got attacked, the first insinuation was that it was the work of the majority community, which is majority Buddhist. And Buddhists are more compassionate and they have to be pushed really hard. Historically, no wars were fought, no blood was shed in the spread of Buddhism. There is no forced conversion. It is a philosophy that people follow by belief and understanding of the depth of the teachings. And if you really understand and live the depth of the teachings, you'll be a good person. And the community on the ground in Sri Lanka, as opposed to what the international media reflects, is that everybody lives in harmony. We all have friends of all ethnicities, all religions, and when something like this happens, everybody is hurting, because this main church in Colombo, the St. Anthony's Church, is a place where not only Catholics, I'm sure there were a lot of dead people who are non-Catholics. I myself have worshipped at that temple. And although I'm a Buddhist, I worship at the St. Jude's Church here in Bearsmill Road. I believe in divine power if it applies, where it applies, but I also do my part, being the inward thinking, the self-discipline,